I know barely anything about Yu-Gi-Oh! I have some memories of watching the anime as a kid, but it never really grew on me the same way Pokemon or Digimon did. So it definitely wouldn't be my first pick when it comes to picking ROM hacks, but when one of your closest friends loves Yu-Gi-Oh! And you don't have the next ROM hack lined up exactly, it seems like the next natural step. So with all that said, welcome to day one of the PokeDuel Dragon Only playthrough. I choose the first member of our Dragon team, the Paladin of the White Dragon, as per my buddy's request. God, I hope I picked the right name. I name him Azrael. I then battle my rival Josh and his Illusion Mage, defeating them. I do more of my story shit, getting the parcel, and finally getting some Pokeballs and the Pokedex. I begin my journey north, seeing a man moments before he enters the Shadow Realm, and the two responsible run off. Before I confront them and catch two more members of my team, Ainz the Lord of D, and Azura the Luster Dragon. With these new team members, I defeat the team Rocket Grunt and enter Peter C to challenge the first gym leader, Rex. He opens with Little D and I lead with Ainz. Using a Flu of D, I swap into a boosted Azazel. Azazel then takes out Little D with a Twister. Rex then sends out his next monster, Uraby, who takes out Azazel with a Rock Tomb. I send Ainz back out, and with a few tackles, we're able to defeat Uraby. His final Pokemon is the two-headed King Rex. I have Ainz play his flute once more, sending out Azure, and with a Rock Throw, we defeat Rex. After Rex's defeat, I run into T and get challenged by her and her terrifying Dark Magician Girl. After her defeat, I evolve Azazel, getting a Blue Eyes White Dragon, and head to enter Mount Moon. Before I enter Mount Moon, I'm stopped by May and Brennan, who challenge me to a quick double battle. They have Flameman and Landstar, along with the two stars I did not pick. After their defeat, I explore Mount Moon and find the next member of my team, Barry, the PokeDraco. I then bump into the leaders of Team Rocket and the Rare Duelists as they finalize their alliance, and Biden blasts a random grunt as a show of camaraderie. We exit onto Route 4 and get the next two members of our team, Ruff, the Baby Dragon, and Leatherhead, the Alligator Sword. If you were to check the Pokedex, you would see that Alligator Sword is just a water type, but with a Baby Dragon in the party, he can evolve into Alligator Sword's Dragon, gaining the Dragon type. With the new members of our team, we head off to challenge the second gym leader, Mako. I went in thinking this was going to be pretty easy, considering that he uses a water type and Leatherhead is a water dragon with Vine Whip. Mako proved me wrong very quickly with his Kaiju with Breaking Swipe and his legendary Fisherman with Icicle Spike. We had a definite rough first go around. I lick my wounds and level up my guys, evolving Barry and Ruff before we go challenge him again. He once again opens with Kaiju, but Leatherhead is able to take care of it with a Vine Whip. He then sends out Starboy. I switch to Barry and take him out with a Bullet Seed. Up next is Miss Starboy. I send out Ainz, a Swiftless Dragon Rage leaves him with just one monster left, Legendary Fisher. He sets up an Umi to activate Swift Swim and takes out Azazel. I then send out Barry, who's not able to do much, so my only option left is Azure. But luckily, Umi ended right as Azure was sent out, so instead of attacking, Mako sets up Umi again, meaning I can take out Fisherman with a Rock Tomb, getting us our second badge, ending day one. Day two begins with me meeting up with Bill, who has found his true form as a Kuriboh, or a Billy Bow. He re-enters the machine to destroy it, but me being a devious little guy, I hit the button, turning him back into a human, and in a fit of rage, he battles me. His team has a lot of Kuribohs, but they are no match for my dragons. After I defeat him, he gives me the SSAM ticket, and I make my way to Vermilion City. I reach Vermilion City and get two more members of the team, Metallica, the Armored Dragon, and Yaga, the Cursive Dragon. With our new team members, I hop aboard the SSAM, exploring the ship. I eventually reach where you would normally fight your rival, but it's blocked off. For now, I head up to the open deck and get confronted by Weevil. He heard about me from Rex and challenges me to a battle. I beat down his bugs, and being the sore loser he is, he throws a piece of my Exodia overboard. Yeah, I got a piece of Exodia earlier and just completely forgot to mention it. With Weevil's defeat, I can go and battle Josh. He opens up with a Winged Kuriboh, and I open with Metallica, getting a Breaking Swipe in before switching to Azrael and taking out his Kuriboh. Azrael's asleep, so I switch to Leatherhead and take out his Uraby. He then sends out Dark Magician Girl. I first sent out Metallica, but he falls in love, so I switch to Azure and take out Dark Magician Girl. Dark Magician falls to Ainz because we're still at stages of the game where Dark Rage is really good. And his final monster is Flame Sword, so I send out Leatherhead again, and we get us the win. With Josh's defeat, Azure evolves, and I can go get cut from the captain and go challenge the next gym leader, Mai and her Harpies. She opens with a Harpy lady who instantly falls to Azure, and then she sends out Amazona's Princess. I switch to Azrael and damage the princess while getting confused. She switches to Sonic Bird, who takes out Azazel very quickly, so I switch to Azure and get a very unlucky freeze, meaning I have to switch around, losing Leatherhead and sending in Ruff to defeat Sonic Bird. Harpy's pet dragon is sent out defeating Ruff, so I send Azrael back out to defeat this Harpy's pet. Harpy's sisters take out Azrael, so Metallica has to scrape a victory over them. Her next monster is Harpy's brother, who falls to a Dragon Rage. She only has her princess left, and with one more Dragon Rage, we get the win. With my defeat, I head towards Route 8, catching Thor the Thunder Dragon. We can't use him right now, but he will return. Probably. I get through Rock Tunnel and eventually reach the Rare Hunter's hideout. With the guard out front not stopping me, I battle through the grunts and eventually reach Odeon, who has one of the more annoying teams I've had the pleasure of fighting. His team consists of a lot of moves that trap me, set up status, and protect. His Apophis was especially annoying, with Rapid Sand Tomb keeping my Pokemon trapped in constant damage while he was protecting himself so he wouldn't take any damage. In hindsight, I could have just used some of my healing items, but I guess I just wasn't thinking of that in the moment, so it felt especially annoying to deal with Sand Tomb and Rapid, just watch my health deplete while he was just sitting there protecting himself, grinning at me. With Odeon's defeat, we get another piece of Exodia, and I run into Brendan and May, who challenge me to a pretty difficult double battle. They open with Celtic Warrior and Gear Fried. The Warrior isn't much of an issue, but Gear Fried resists most of what I have to offer right now. It's a similar story for Guilford and Flamesword. Flamesword's really easy to go down, but Guilford was kinda difficult. And both of their stars, Dark Magician and Red Eyes Black Dragon, go down with really no challenge, getting us the win and finally giving us access to Celadon City. I explore Team Rocket's hidden base and defeat Giovanni, and then go confront Weevil, the gym leader here. I was ready to do a decently in-depth explanation of the fight, but in reality, I just beat Weevil and his bugs with rocks, and eventually he just gave up and gave me a badge. So, got the 4th badge, and that's the end of day 2. Bye! Day 3 starts in the Pokemon Tower, where I confront Josh once again for our battle. As he calls my deck garbage, I take out his Winged Curbo with Emerald Flame. He then sends out La Jin, who Azrael takes out with a bite. His next monster is Dark Magician Girl. I switch to Metallica and almost take her out, but get immobilized by Love 1 too many times and fall. I send out Ein to take care of Dark Magician Girl, and he sends out Yatagarasu. Getting some good damage in, it's swapped out for Dark Sage. Dark Sage goes down to Ain's Uproar, and Yatagarasu comes back out, but switches for Dark Sage. Yeah, it didn't click at first when I was actually fighting him, but I do eventually realize that this dude is reviving his monsters. So I take out Dark Sage again, only for Dark Magician Girl to come back, and then Dark Sage comes back for the 3-peat. Once they finally go down, I can finally take out Yatagarasu, getting us the win. I then scale the Pokemon Tower, defeating the Pot of Greed, blocking my way, allowing me to kick out Team Rocket and get the Pokeflute. As I continue my journey, I find this cave that I'm pretty sure is not in the base game. It was able to get a new member of the team, Comet, the Meteor Dragon. I then enter Fuchsia City because I forgot to order the gyms go in the game, and while I can't challenge the gym leader, I do evolve Comet and head towards the Safari Zone to catch Bluey, the Toon Blue Eyes. I head back to Saffron City to confront Team Rocket and kick them out to gain access to the gym. Before I reach them, I battle Arcana, who has a shiny Dark Magician, and right next to him is the Shiny Charm. So here's hoping we get a shiny member of the team. I reach the floor with Giovanni and Odeon, where they battle me in a double battle. With their defeat, Giovanni runs off, and Odeon has gained some new outlook on life and goes to chase off his true destiny. I enter the Saffron City gym and challenge Solomon. He opens with his blue eye, I open with Bluey and quickly defeat it with a dazzling gleam. Black Luster Sword is sent out next, but swapped for Pot of Greed. I do some damage as Ein before using Flute of D to swap in Bluey and take out Pot of Greed. Black Luster Sword comes out, but falls to Azrael. Black Skull Dragon is sent out next, and I send out Comet, who has Desolate Land, by the way, and burn away Black Skull Dragon. Dark Cavalry comes out, boosting its speed and lowering my accuracy with Night Days, taking out Comet, Metallica, and Azure. I was easily able to defeat Dark Cavalry and his final monster, Buster Blade. Now this is normally where we get our badge, but Solomon seems to have some trouble finding it. And before he can give it to me, he's coerced out with the promises of a rare card to check out, and I'm told if I want to see him again, I need to head to Vermilion City. I reach Vermilion and meet Maximilian Pegasus, who invites me to his private island for duelists. Upon reaching the duelist kingdom, the preliminary round begins. For the preliminary round, I have to go around and defeat 4 other duelists to get 4 star pieces to get access to the final round. I rematch Mako, Rex, and Weevil and battle Panic for the first time. With my star pieces acquired, I evolve Thor into an actual member of the team and get ready for the finals. My first opponent is Joey Wheeler. He opens with a Lava Battle Guard. I open with Thor, which was not my best choice seeing as I can do no damage to him. So I switch to Azrael and take him out with a Burst Stream. Next is 1,000 Dragon, who tries to set up, but falls to Dazzling Gleam before he can really get anywhere. He then sends out Red Eyes Metal Dragon, and I take him out with Comet. His Black Skull Dragon tries to confuse Comet, but Comet is simply just better and takes out Black Skull Dragon with no issue, and the same can be said for his Red Eyes. After Joey, we face Kaiba. He opens with a Judge Man who falls to a Parabolic Shock from Thor. Up next is his Rabid Horseman, and he falls to Bluey. His Legend tries to put Azure to sleep, but Azure luckily wakes up in time to take out Legend, and his final 3 monsters, King of D, Blue Eyes, and Blue Eyes Ultimate, all fall to Azrael, getting us to win. And it's kind of funny to think that Kaiba was like way easier than Joey for me. With those victories under our belt, we have to battle Maximilian himself. He uses Toon monsters, which means a not so fun time for me because they are mainly fairy types. His Toon Dark Magician Girl falls to Metallica, and his Toon Mermaid barely lives in Ironhead and is able to take out Metallica. I then send out Comet to clean up with Mermaid, and his Relinquish takes out Comet, so Azure has to defeat it. Bluey takes out his Toon Blue Eyes, and Azrael makes his Restricted fall, and Toon Skull leaves us with just 1 monster left, so I revive Comet Comet, get some damage in with Thor, and take out Toon Skull, getting us the win, and finally getting my 5th badge along with a bunch of other goodies. With the Duelist Kingdom conquered, I head to Fuchsia City to take on the Paradox Brothers. It's a double battle with their team of Ruby Cat and Moki King, Dungeon Worm and Wall Shadow, Gate Guardian and Gate Guardian, Thunder and Wind, and with their defeat, we get our 6th badge, ending day 3. Day 4 begins inside the Konami HQ where I meet Mr. Konami himself. He explains his grand plan of funding the Rare Hunters Team Rocket merger all for the Exodia pieces. He wants to make sure every hard-working family spends every nickel and dime on booster packs with Exodia's power. When we battle, his entire team consists of old aces from previous gym leaders, Legendary Fisherman 2, Blackluster Store, and the Harpy Sisters, for example. With his defeat, I send him to the Shadow Realm and, I guess, defeat the company Konami. I catch up on my H-Ubs and then head towards Cinnabar Island. Along the way, I run to the Seafoam Islands and hop inside for a little bit to catch Kristoff the Snow Dragon. Once we reach Land Ho at Cinnabar Island, I enter the Pokemon Mansion and catch Rem, the Laundry Dragon maid, and get the secret key to the gym. Once inside, I realized I was solely unprepared to answer Yu-Gi-Oh questions, but clearly either I don't remember how to activate the questions in this gym, or there were no questions because I just battled my way through until I reached the gym leader, Darts. He switches his Emperor Penguin for his Frost and Flame Dragon. Comet is able to live the freeze strike, taking out F Dragon with a Meteor Beam. Divine Get is taken out by Metallica, and Neo Aquaman takes out Thor and Azrael. So I send out Ainz and get a crit on Uproar, saving this attempt. Shunoros is sent out and gets paralyzed and defeated by an Ironhead. Emperor Penguin is swapped once again, this time for Leviathan. It makes Metallica living a second Ice Beam. We take it out, leaving just Emperor Penguin, who falls to Rem, getting us badge number 7. With the 7 badge acquired, I head to the 3 islands with Bill, getting Chaos, the Chaos Emperor Dragon. Finishing up there, I head to Viridian City for one final gym battle against Bakura. He opens with a Change of Heart, who quickly falls to Metallica. His King Skull falls to Rem, but she takes the Future Sight from Change of Heart, so I send out Kristoff against Eldritch, realize that's a mistake, and swap for Comet. I take out Eldritch with a flamethrower, and his ace, Exodia Necros, takes out Comet and nearly defeats Azrael, but he hangs on, taking out Exodia with a burst streak. Dark Ruler Hades is sent out, defeating Azrael. I send out Bluey to take him out and swap to Metallica, finishing off Necrofear, getting us badge number 8, and ending day 4. Our journey to the top is halted early by Josh, challenging me to one final duel. His first monster just straight up explodes turn 1, so while his strategy got me the first time, I was prepared the second time. Other than that, it's a relatively normal duel, and we were able to get our victory in the second rematch. I show my proof of success and entry, only to get stopped by Rex and Weevil right outside Victory Road. After I defeat them, they run with their tail between their legs, going off to bully some beginner duelists, and I enter Victory Road. I will say, one good thing about playing all these ROM hacks is that I've really come to learn Fire Red's Victory Road. Not to say that it's hard, but it's definitely come down to muscle memory now than actually trying to remember everything. I reached the Pokemon League, and after some nature changes and some moveset changes, I go and battle the greatest duelist in the region. I enter the first room, and of course, my first duelist I must battle is Maximilian Pegasus. Probably the worst person to open up to, but hey, we'll have to make do. I open with Rem, and he opens with Ma Ryu Ran, and we go back and forth with Liquidation and Softball, neither side really relenting. Maximilian eventually switches into Dark Magician. I switch to Metallica, misclicking a Breaking Swipe. Luckily, we lived, and I take it out with an Iron Head. Mario is sent back out, and we return to our old song and dance, but once Rem enters her Zen form, we finally take him out. Maximilian then sends out his Toon Red Eyes. I keep Rem in, hoping that we can outspeed, but Red Eyes has extreme speed and takes the last bit of Rem's health. I send out Bluey and then remember, wait a minute, I'm not doing hardcore rules. I can use items, so I revive Rem and get some damage in with the Rocky Helmet. Sending Rem back in, I take out Toon Red Eyes, and then wanting a safe switch in, I keep Rem in against Toon Gear Golem. When Rem falls, I send out my GOAT, Comet, burning the Golem away along with Relinquish and Restrict, getting our first victory. Up next is our boy Joey Wheeler. He opens with a Red Eyes Metal Dragon who falls to Rem. He then sends out Swordmaster who can't handle Bluey's play rough. His Dark Flare Knight comes out. I switch to Rem thinking she would stay in Zen mode even after switching out. Turns out, very wrong. I send Chaos in to take care of Flare Knight and swap to Comet. I misclick hitting Meteor Beam, but I guess I was given the gift of prophecy for just a split second because when I charge Meteor Beam, he swaps to Meteor Dragon, meaning I can take it out with no problem. His Jinzo and Guilford both fall to Comet, solidifying herself as the GOAT even more. Up next is Merrick. He opens with my old nemesis, Apophis, so I counter with Rem. He switches into Worm Drake, and we once again go into the back and forth of Rem not doing enough damage to kill, and the opponent healing most of that damage. This went on for several hours, until Rem finally fell to an Ice Beam. Now you may ask, why did I just swap out? I don't know, man. Stubbornness, a belief I could win, it doesn't really matter. Metallica takes care of the worm, and Apophis returns. I switch to Chaos and Dragon Pulse that sumbitch. He then sends out Ra, who I was definitely worried about until it brought itself to 1 HP with point to point, and while it does take out Chaos, Azrael is simply faster, so bye-bye Sun God. D-Guardian was taken out by Metallica, and King Skull takes out Bluey before switching to Lava Golem, who falls to Azrael along with him, getting us the win. The fourth duelist of this Elite Four is none other than Kaiba himself. Kaiba, being a master of dragons, opens with the ice-flying Hyun Zanryu. It quickly follows the Comet. He then sends out Obelisk. It crits Rem, leaving Bluey to finish it off. Kaiba then sends out his own Chaos Dragon, and Comet, once again, takes it out. His next monster is the 5-God Dragon. It barely lives a burst stream from Azrael, taking him out with an Ice Beam, so Bluey has to clean up the Dragon God, but falls to Blue Eye's ultimate. I send out Chaos, misclicking the Dragon Dance, taking a burst stream, living on 5 HP. Chaos definitely earned his spot on the team with this one, taking out Blue Eye's ultimate, and taking out XYZ Dragon, getting us the win. We have one final battle left to conquer. Mr. John Yu-Gi-Oh! Himself, Yugi. He opens up with a Dark Sage, who quickly falls to Bluey. He then sends out Valkyrion, who falls to Rem. I have to say, Rem has gotten way more kills than I truly thought she was going to in this Elite Four run. I truly brought her along thinking she wasn't going to do all that much, but she's actually done some pretty great work. I don't know, I just wanted to glaze her for a second because I went in thinking she wasn't going to be doing all that much. Alright, that's enough Rem glazing. Dark Knight Paladin comes out, falling to a play rough. He then sends out freaking Exodia, who spends most of the time calm minding, so when it finally attacks, it's simply too late and it falls to Chaos. Slifer is sent out, so I send out Metallica, getting another lucky 5 HP survival. We take out Slifer with the Breaking Sweat. His Blockbuster Sword is defeated with the Neutron Blast, defeating Yugi and solidifying myself as the best duelist in Kanto. Thank you all so much for watching this playthrough. If you did enjoy, please do subscribe. Puffy Pink should come out tomorrow, along with the full saga of PokeDuel, then full saga Puffy Pink. And the day ones for the next 2 series have already been recorded, so I just gotta do all the other steps, but they should be coming out also pretty damn soon. Thank you all so much for watching again. Bye-bye.